what we have here is the Sqeasy wash system bucket. Go ahead and, I don't know if you can scan that QR code from my phone or not, but this bucket was $125. I bought one 2 or 3 years ago, and I bought another one a couple months back, so I had two. I love this bucket. It works fantastically. Very simple. It has a grid in the bottom of it. See that grid? And the idea is that you press your sponge down after you've done your first wash. You just press it down. I usually do 2, 3, sometimes 4, depends on how dirty the sponge is. Presses, and you get the bulk of the grout to fall into the bottom. And you put it up here onto the clamp. You can hear it squeeze it right out, even just pushing it in. And then you just give it a good clamp. I like to flip it, so I'll usually do it twice. I'm doing it one-handed, so it's a little cumbersome. And so I like to flip it, and I just do it twice. I try to get my sponge as dry as I can, and you're ready to grout. This is the original replacement sponge I bought. This is not the Sqeasy system sponge. This is an aftermarket. What does that say? Ringmaster. I bought a bag of these for I think like $25. It was like 5 sponges, so they really aren't that much more than a regular sponge. This is the first one I used that came with the replacement handle. You can see the handle comes off. The only reason why the corners are damaged like that's because I had left it stored poorly. I had left it kind of stored like that. And yeah, I guess it deteriorated the sponge for some reason. This one is the original Sqeasy sponge, and I have used this sponge for everything. I've actually used this sponge more than that sponge, and I've grouted every type of grout that I typically use, which is, Mapei Ultra Color Plus, Mapei Flex CQ, Mapei Flex 3D, Latacrete Permacolor, unsanded for both those brands as well, and also the Latacrete Spectralock 1. I actually just used this sponge the other day to grout Mapei Flex CQ on the shower pan. I've used this for every color you can think of, from black down to white. I've used it with black on a Monday doing a floor, and then I've later used it later on in the job doing a light colored grout. And as you can see, the sponge is still really clean looking. I like these sponges because it has a grid pattern in it. The replacement sponges don't. I actually cut my own grid pattern into this one because I found this sponge worked that much better. So $125 for the system, $10 or so for the replacement sponges. You can actually get those sponges at Floor & Decor, I believe. I don't know where you get this. I got this at Best Tile in Plymouth. Like I said, I have 2 of them, well worth the $250 that I spent on this system. I fill one up and use it for my initial wash, and then the second one does my final wash. And when I'm done, there's no haze left. Obviously, you always do a final wash the next day just to make sure, but I find that after I'm done with that wash, the bucket's basically clean. Love it. Highly recommend it.